From a brand new station look to a brand new entrance archway for the area, to even a huge looking arcade and even a fat helicopter that definitely landed there just now. There is so much change within the area of Nemesis Reborn, or the Phalanx facility, or Forbidden Valley. And today we are going to take a deep dive into all of those changes. And I was going to do this video at the park and sort of go around looking at all the changes in real time, talking to you, basically vlogging. But the weekend was so hectic that I didn't get a chance to. But I've made sure to film everything new there, and I'm going to chat about it all today. Although I'll probably still go on a tangent about how I love Rita. And before we begin, I just want to say a massive thank you for 60,000 subscribers. It's an absolutely insane milestone. So thank you so much for all the support. I couldn't be more grateful. And if you do go on to enjoy this video and you aren't already subscribed, then please be sure to subscribe to the channel. It'd be greatly appreciated. Unless you live under a rock, Nemesis Reborn opened on the 16th of March. So 2 days ago when this video drops, and after riding it a few times, I've got to say it is an incredible ride. The theming is world class, the station building itself, that could be world class in itself, and the ride itself is as smooth as ever. But I'm going to stop myself there because I will leave that for my review video coming very soon. Because today we are not focusing on the ride itself, we are focusing on everything around it. All the new merchandise, the new food, the new... Either way, there's been a whole heap of changes, so let's get straight into it. So we're going to start as if you are entering Forbidden Valley the usual way you would, you know, walking from the curse at Alton Manor, which is always running beautifully, and it still is this year. Now, as you walk towards the area, you don't just have no area sign. You don't just walk in and go, oh, we're in Forbidden Valley now. We now have this awesome looking entrance sign for the area, and oh, it looks so cool. It sort of reminds me of the X Sector entrance, but I guess even more military. And my brain is so slow that I didn't realise that the veins over the top of that aren't just taking it over. I was like, why are there so many veins on it? You can barely read the word Phalanx facility. It's because the veins spell out Forbidden Valley, which is so cool, but I'm so dumb for not spotting that. And you walk under there and you see some brand new, well, a brand new vehicle and also a brand newly placed vehicle, because the Subterra Phalanx tank has been moved to directly in front of that entrance sign rather than just off to the side. And that does actually make it feel more like you are entering a military base, especially with Subterra off to the left and you've got this tank in front and a lot of stuff further down. It genuinely makes it feel like to your left there is that massive military base of PA-1X or Nemesis Subterra, or the Egg Museum. So it actually now feels like you are entering a different themed area like you do with the Dark Forest and stuff, which is amazing to see because we needed that with Forbidden Valley. And it's such a themed area that they've even now themed the rocks with tentacles. I wonder which tentacle technician made those. As you walk past the tank though, you then end up at the most controversial of changes probably in this area. Although now we've seen it, I think everyone definitely prefers it. And that is the addition of a massive helicopter right there on a helipad, and it seems to have just landed there as some emergency landing, I think. And let me tell you, on video and photo, this thing looks huge. And in person, it looks even bigger. The helicopter itself is called Thunder V. That's the helicopter name, which is also what Forbidden Valley used to be called, Thunder Valley. And there's so many different theming pieces around that chopper as well. Like there's like, I don't know, eggs from Nemesis Subterra, lost cargo, a shipping container as always with Merlin, some really cool Phalanx signage and all that kind of stuff just sort of lobbed on the ground because it's been just chucked there because of the emergency landing. And the reason it's controversial is because the Nemesis gun used to be there, of course. Everyone used to love that. They used to say, never get rid of that, refurb it, blah, blah, blah. But they didn't listen to that. And I can't lie, this is a helicopter a lot better. Hell lot better. As you reach that helicopter, if you turn to your right, you will see a big black building that isn't finished yet. And of course, it is quite sad when an area opens and it's supposed to be this brand new area, completely finished, and it isn't all finished, but I'm sure they'll get it done soon. But that building will just be an arcade. It's replacing the Edge Games arcade, and this time it's literally going to be called the arcade. But to be fair, it's not a ride and it's not really a main focal point of the area, so who really cares that it's not finished? And how about before we go to the main attraction of the area, we head down to opposite the Blade, because there are some brand new food and beverage units that have been renamed and completely overhauled. You have Donut Division instead of Nemesis Donuts. We have the Energizer Station for refreshments, which is just a revamped refreshment stand. And then we also have in the middle the Generator Refueling Company instead of this rustic brown loaded fries place. Instead, it is sort of loaded chicken strips and chicken wings, which I really, really love. I had a 5-piece barbecue chicken strip meal whilst I was there, and oh my god, it was really nice, as you can tell by my face right here. And the fact Aramark made that, how? It was actually good. That's not possible. Opposite that, though, is, of course, the Blade. The entrance for that ride remains up the top, opposite Nemesis's Helix, because it used to be there anyway. And they've actually repainted the Blade a very strange grey colour. Although I always thought it was strange, and then I remembered most Blades are just a light grey. So it does make a lot of sense. Although I didn't get a chance to ride the Blade this weekend, so you never know. The cycle might make the ship go upside down this time. Walking down from there, we of course then have the beloved old Ripsaw site, which if you remember the black walls they had around the majority of Nemesis last season, they basically just stuck that there. So I don't think that's going to be opening this year. Looks like I might not have to eat my shoe after all. But the area of that bit that isn't blocked by black walls is now a queue line for the shop. And I know that shop is amazing, but there was at one point a bigger queue for the shop than there was the brand new coaster. But I did manage to check out the shop twice over the weekend, and oh my god, some of the merch in there. You can see it right here. Of course I caved in and bought one. The merch is absolutely insane. You've got pin badges that looked really cool, same with the fridge magnets, some genuine bolts from the original ride that were a little bit spenny. I think they were like 100 quid each or 150 for 2 or something. I might just buy the whole lot and build the original Nemesis. Some cool Subterra key rings, Phalanx t-shirts, trophies, phone caps, bottles, freestyle cups, you name it, they've probably got it if it's not already sold out. Much like this denim jacket here, it's a Nemesis 1994 one, and this is completely sold out now. But look how cool this sort of merch was. And as much as the merch is really cool in itself, the shop itself as well, oh my god, it's an amazing shop. There's theming everywhere, there's a storyline of how Nemesis came about and the sort of story of it. There's loads of prop barrels, there's the old Nemesis Monster Eye, which is crazy. There's a model of the old train and also a model of the brand new station as well. And oh my god, that whole thing, could I buy it? But fingers crossed they continue to bring out some new merch throughout the year, and also they seem to decrease the queue, because I ain't waiting 90 minutes to go in that shop again. And across from the Bunker 94 shop, there you go, another Easter egg there, is the Ground Command Coffee, which is still the exact same thing, just rethemed, I guess. And they have a couple new food options, including drink options, being the Nemesis Nectar, the brand new lager can. They did this in 1994, so they basically brought it back for the new one, and I think it's really cool. You can seemingly no longer walk beneath Galactica's lift hill, which is a shame because I loved waving up at people going, hello. And between where that lift is and the portal, there is now seating again, which is great to see. But the big deal, of course, is Nemesis Reborn itself. That immaculate creature. And my god, the changes in there are incredible. If we head all the way back to where that helicopter was, if you continue down to where the old Nemesis sign used to be, where that was sort of your entrance to Forbidden Valley, I guess. That entrance arch now says Nemesis Containment Zone on it, and it's been taken over by veins. There's a couple scratches in the actual sign itself. As you walk in, there's protesters shouting "Seek the Truth" and Nemesis has feelings too. Just loads of different actors. And of course the coaster itself, which is probably the most important part. The entrance to the ride of course has changed dramatically, where it's got all these veins and the massive Nemesis Reborn logo on it. And the station monster itself, there's so many features on it I could talk about, but I'm not going to, because I'm going to leave that for my review coming very soon. What do you think to the reimagined area? Leave your thoughts in the comments below, and make sure you subscribe so you don't miss my official Nemesis Reborn review. Bye bye now.